This is how to cut the large and small block arches with stripe. Okay, 2 of the rows, rows 5 and row 10, the arches are done differently from the other rows. And those are the blocks that have the stripe. And you can see this is what we're going to be making right now. We've got your small block with stripe and your large block arches with stripe. All right, so you are going to have for each row, for the small row, you're going to have your SA1 and SA2 pieces. And for your large one, you're going to have your LA1 and LA2 pieces. So simply to start, we're going to join those and sew those 2 together. And I have that done already. So let's start with the small arches first. Now there's a couple ways you can approach this. I like to press my seams open. Then I never have to remember which way they are pressed. If you want to press them opposite, just make sure you press half of them one direction and half of them the other direction. So if you do that, you can line them up in pairs, right sides together, because it is going to nest together. If you press them open, you can do that. You can also sort them into half your piles facing up and half facing down. So right sides up and wrong sides up. We're going to, just like the others, the dimensions are the same. I have circled on my Everyday Curve Junior Piece A template. I have circled my 3/4 inch line, and I am going to sew, or I'm going to cut all my right sides up. I'm just going to line that up with the left side line, the left side of the fabric on that 3/4 inch line, and flush along the bottom. And I am going to cut, since this is the small block, I will be cutting 12 of them going this direction. For then, you just simply do the exact same thing with the wrong sides up. You don't have to change the ruler or anything. Since you're doing it wrong sides up, aligned exactly the same, your left-hand side of the fabric with your 3/4 inch line, and flush along the bottom. And because we're doing this one wrong sides up, we automatically have our mirror image pairs. Easy peasy. Okay, so now, as you can guess, it is exactly the same with the large units. So you either pair them in 2s, right sides together, and cut, or you do half right sides up, half wrong sides up. And for this, we're going to use the 5-inch line on the left with the left edge of the fabric and flush at the bottom. And make that cut, and there's the 1/2. And then with the wrong sides up, exact same thing. Line up with the 5-inch line and flush at the bottom and cut. And for the large ones, you're going to have 16 or 8 pairs, so 16 in each pile. Okay, and then again, if you are a scrap saver, you can get quite a bit. You can get 2 2-inch squares and 4 cut 2.5 inches and cut 1.5 inches. You can get 4 of those out of that, and probably a couple 1.5 inches out of there. So I just like to cut scraps as I go. I never know in the future what I'm going to want to do, so I just kind of organize it as I go, and then I don't have a lot of weirdo angled cut pieces as scrap. I have them ready to go in specific sizes. So that's how we cut the large and small blocks with stripe.